In the fifth part of this Purposeful Conversation resource, we're looking at stage 5 of the C.L.E.A.R model, review. At the beginning of the conversation, we form the contract, work out where we are heading and how we will know we've arrived. You may have recontracted throughout, asking questions like, are we on track? Is this useful? As we get towards the end of the allocated time, the review stage of the conversation is about finding out whether you've achieved what you set out to do and consolidating that progress. It is helpful to you and the person you're supporting to talk about time limitations, even if it feels a bit uncomfortable. You can use a positive tone in talking about time. For example, we still have a full 10 minutes left. What do we need to do between now and the end to get to where we need to be? Or, so in our final 3 minutes? Review questions help people articulate progress they've made. Questions like, what do you know now that you didn't know at the beginning? Or, we agreed X. Have we got where we need to be? If not, how are we going to get there? Reviewing the conversation also helps people consolidate any decisions they've made by asking questions like, do you want to write any of this down? Or what do you now need to do to make sure this happens? And how will you know you've succeeded? Or how will you know when you have done enough? Even the last question you ask should suggest a shared responsibility. Ask them, have we finished? Sometimes you'll need a few attempts at closing the conversation, as some people will not want to leave something unfinished, or they may bring up something else at the last minute. Although it is good to finish early if the work has been done. If there are still unexplored areas, which in most conversations there will be, you could ask, for example, do you know where you're going to take that? Rather than assuming you'll need to cover it in the next conversation, if there is one planned. That approach would suggest that only you can help them think the issues through. But it may be they could process these themselves or with another person. When you finish the conversation, establish the details of any further meetings. In the next video, we'll summarize this Purposeful Conversations resource.